Coming into the 2020 F2 season, Mick Schumacher was under intense pressure. In 2019, he finished his first season in F2 in 12th place, 213 points behind the eventual champion. Despite driving for the best team in the championship, there were questions raised. As the son of a Formula 1 great, he had always gathered attention, even as a young racer working his way through the ranks. By the end of the 2019 season, it was clear that Mick Schumacher had to improve, and even the team, if they want to win the title. In less than 12 months, and in a season shortened by the pandemic, Schumacher has transformed into a tough driver as he wins the 2020 Formula 2 Championship and proves he is worthy of a drive in F1. It was recently announced that he would race in Formula 1 next season, where his father, a brilliant 7-time world champion, became a global phenomenon. Winning an F2 is not an easy task, let alone a championship. The cars are almost equal, and there are a lot of talented drivers who want to prove themselves to be worthy of an F1 drive. But Schumacher has never quite been like most other young drivers. There is a burning interest in his progress. During his karting days, Schumacher chose to race under a pseudonym just to keep the attention away. There is a lot of pressure that comes along with the Schumacher name, and he knows he has to manage that pressure, and he is capable of doing so. To go to Formula 1 and to drive among the best, you have to be able to handle the pressure. To win a championship, you have to be a leader, and Mick showed he can just do that. Schumacher, the newly crowned F2 world champion, has not only improved on the track over the last 12 months, but seems more confident now. This year, he's relaxed more into his role as a racing driver. He is much more extensive and open about his experiences and Formula 1, and he's coming across as a more confident driver who should be able to handle the media pressure that comes along with the Schumacher name. He will be one of the 2 new drivers at the Haas F1 team for the 2021 campaign. Is Schumacher good enough to compete in F1? As Schumacher himself said, the name won't put him at the top of the championship, but he more than deserves his chance in F1. It would be very easy for him to succumb to the pressure, to make mistakes, to ultimately not be as fast as his father used to be. But he seems to be coping up with everything super impressively and delivering the results consistently. He's going to be a good F1 driver if he can deal with the pressure. That's a huge part of impressing in Formula 1. There are not many people in our lifetime who will be able to match what Michael has done. There is Michael and then Lewis up there, and they are comfortably ahead of everyone else. Mick is not going to match Michael, but I still think he has the potential. He has shown enough so far to be a race winner and contend for world titles. It would be an unrealistic expectation if you want him to match his father's achievements in the sport. It will be in Mick's favor that next season he will in fact be driving for a team not expected to win races, let alone the title. He can use next year as an opportunity to learn all those skills without too much expectation that he's going to deliver big results. His major goal next year is essentially to make sure he beats his teammate Nikita Mazepin, and if he does that, that's a win for him. There is no doubt that Schumacher will succeed in motorsport's toughest category. He's a race winner, he's a driver who works with his engineers, he's a driver who understands the technical, how the car is behaving, and of course, he has a great racecraft. But no one should expect too much too soon from a driver whose race has been gradual, and Schumacher's presence on the F1 grid will no doubt be a boost to the sport and his team. It's important for the future of Formula 1 and this next generation that we have big names that excite people. And the Schumacher name is definitely going to excite people.